The Bucks. It is Talking Buccaneers with me, Fumane and I just want to show you the fans are chanting Kota's name. They're just chanting Kota's name down there. Before I get into the video, I want to show you how amazing the fans of Orlando Pirates are. After a defeat to Sekhukhune, the guys are chanting Kota's name down there. But anyway, let me get to the video. Yeah, it is Talking Buccaneers. I'm Fumane Msisinyane. After Orlando Pirates 0, Sekhukhune United 1. And it's one of those days that you hate because the only positive thing about today is the fact that the fans are chanting Kota's name. And well, the first thing is that these are the kind of fans that you are, Buccaneers. You're the kind of fans where even though we lose, even though, you know, nothing seemed to go right today, you still, in your numbers, come out and even after the game, even as, you know, utterly disappointing as it was, you still know how to make an atmosphere, you still know how to support your mighty Buccaneers. But that's about the only positive thing from today, to be entirely honest, because it was just one of those days that Mama did warn us all about in football, that these kind of days, they come. But the thing is, I hate saying this, like I hate speaking like this because I don't like it, but these days do come, and you hate for them to come first game of the season. First game of the season, kicking off the campaign, which you are really excited about because you think, okay, finally we get to challenge. We've got the squad. Some people have said we've got the head coach and that sort of thing. And then you come out against Sekhukhune, first game of the season, and it is such a stinker. You know, I can say that. I think today was such a stinker. Nothing seemed to go right. If you hear me, my voice is gone. The reason it was gone, it's not because I was excited as usual. It was because I was just screaming at the, you know, the poor decisions that were being made. And I think that's the theme of today. Something that I noticed was such a problem was that it was bad decisions all around. I think a lot of bad decisions from our players. When I think about some of the decisions that were made by certain individuals in terms of passing a bit early or passing too late, passing to the wrong person, holding on to the ball too long, that sort of thing. And I think, okay, well, the fans now are chanting Wadu's name, and I hope they'll be chanting his name for the rest of the season, because, you know, this is not the kind of start that you want to start with in a 5-year project, which head coach, you said this is year 4 in which we need to challenge. But I'm not being negative, so don't come at me for being negative. Right now they're chanting Tim, and I'm going to keep getting interrupted by the fans, but I'm going to try best I can to just, yeah, they're chanting Tim now. They're chanting Tim. There he is. I don't know if you can see him. That's Miguel Tim down there being appreciated by you wonderful Buccaneers. Anyway, today was one of those days, again, like bad decisions all around, and I think that's what cost us. And I must give credit to Sekhukhune because, you know, we were hustled and hurried. I'm sorry, I'm getting disrupted because the fans are chanting Tim's name. And yeah, these are the kind of fans that, if there are any Sundowns fans, any Kaizer Chiefs fans that are watching this, firstly, they're gonna think my channel is so disordered. But yeah, these are the kind of fans that Orlando Pirates fans are. And I'm glad for Miguel Tim to get his standing ovation from the Pirates fans, you know, having left at the end of the season without us giving him that lap of honor, which is something that I really wish for, like our country, our league, and our clubs to be able to do for us fans to appreciate our soldiers when they leave our clubs. But anyway, back to the game. Again, the thing that I was saying is that, today was just, I think the theme of today was bad decisions all around. That's the way that I can sum up the game for us. I think we never really got going, but I do want to compliment Sekhukhune because I think they just hustled and hurried us. On the second ball, they were first. Every time that we lost the ball, they were first to get it. Every ball that was contentious in the air, I'm sorry, I feel like this thing keeps going out of focus, so I'm going to fix it quickly so that you guys can see me. But yeah, every time the ball was in contention, Sekhukhune was first to get it. Every time that one of our players made a bad touch, they were first to get there. But something that I want to talk about quickly, because there are many things that I can talk about, but something I was severely disappointed in the way of like the head coach of Orlando Pirates, was the fact that, what you hope for is that when the going gets tough, the technical team from the bench, they can change something. But today was just one of those days where, the head coach himself, I think, matched the bad decisions that were being made on the pitch from the touchline as well. I think particularly one decision that was so disappointing for me was in the second half when we're trying to change the game, when we're trying to win it, when we're trying to get into it and, salvage a point at least and that sort of thing. The coach, he substituted out the one player who seemed like he gave us something. He gave us hope. He took out Tito Maswanganyi. And, for me, I'm just like, Coach, we are chasing the game. The one player who seems to be making things kind of tick for us and is trying to win a point and seems like he has something about him to make things happen is the same player that is substituted out, and he brings on Kabelo Dlamini in place of him. The point here is not to bash Kabelo Dlamini. The point is to say, why do you take out Tito Maswanganyi when we're chasing the game? I think, again, it was also a bad day for the coach. It was a bad day for the players. It was a bad day for the coach as well. And I think, it's one of those where I don't want to be here like being entirely negative, but I also can't help myself because I have so much hope for this team. I have so much hope for this head coach and this club in this season. But to start off the season like this is worrying for me. And I think for us to position ourselves already from first game as the chasers in the league is problematic. I want us to grab the league by the scruff of its neck and have everyone else chase us. Because when things are set up like this, where we are chasing it, then there are no more points to be dropped. And I'm worried because, going into this weekend, which is a big game for us, the MTN 8 semi-final, you want to go into these kind of games with momentum. But if maybe I can say something, optimistic and positive, this is what I'll say. Sometimes maybe you need to fall down to get up. Maybe sometimes you need a reality check to say, hey, come back down to earth so that you can be humble and go again. And maybe the message that needs to be reverberated in the dressing room of Orlando Pirates is a message by Jose Rivero, is that we're going to be humble and we're going to work hard, but we're also going to be very ambitious. So I think right now, if there's anything they need to hear, let them play the tapes of Jose Rivero. But we are also going to say, as the supporters, guys, you have lost the points, it's fine. It's disappointing, but it's fine. We are now chasing. Let's be humble. We have seen we're not on top of the world. As Sekhukhune can come to Orlando Pirates and get points. So when we come to Orlando Pirates, let us not be expecting that we're going to get 3 points. Let us work for them humbly and ambitiously. But I guess there's not much for me to say because everything that I can say is going to be negative, and I don't want to get to it. I don't want to bash players. I don't want to talk about individuals because there are a lot of individuals I can actually point out who made really utterly disappointing decisions, but I'm not going to do that. So rather, I'm just going to be positive and optimistic because it's game 1 out of 30, and I'm going to say, okay, fine, we lost game 1 out of 30. For the rest of the 29, we've seen that we're not on top of the world. Let's go work for the points. Let's go work for qualification. Let's go work for scoring and that sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, let me leave it here. Let me go soak it in. Let me go think about it. Let me go watch the game back. And let me go recover my voice. Let me go recover my mood. I hope you guys are well. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a week in which, you know, this doesn't get to you too much, but you still remember the quality that we still have, and the club that we still are, and the wonderful fans that you still are. Anyway, up the mighty Bucks. I'm running out of things to say. Cheers. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video from Talking Buccaneers. If you did, please hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all our future content.